Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. In today's video, we are going to talk about the difference between Java and Python on a high level. So in this video, we're going to discuss on the different data types of Java and Python. There are two basic data types. Let's talk about Java first. So primitive and non-primitive are two types of data types in Java. Now these are different depending on how they are stored on the memory. Primitive data types are simple values, and these are stored in stack memory. And non-primitive data types are objects stored in heap memory. There are different types of data types: byte, short, integer, long, float, double, and this depends on the memory they use. Like byte uses 1 byte, short 2 byte, integer 4 bytes, long 8 bytes, likewise. If you can see that range of values in which they are stored for byte is -128 to -127. For short it's -32768 to 32767, likewise for integer as mentioned below. Even in Boolean, if you can see, it is just a bit, 1 bit, wherein we just discuss about the true and the false value. So it can be managed in a bit. So a primitive data type is a data type which stores a single value, is not an object, has fixed memory size, is very fast to read or write, and is built into the language, not created by the user. So let us take an example as how it would be declared in Java. Byte b is equal to 10, short s is equal to 200. So there is a prefix int I is equal to 1000, long l is equal to a number, then l as the suffix. Float f is equal to ending with f double d with a decimal, character c with a Boolean flag is true. Non-primitive data types are declared with the prefix as string or integer, the variable name as string name is and the particular string, like Java in this case, and integer num is equal to 10. And this is stored on the stack memory in Java, the primitive data type. And the non-primitive types are stored on the heap memory. In Python, we do not have anything as primitive. Everything is non-primitive, everything is an object. Like how you would code, so it will automatically pick up the data types. If we declare b is equal to 10, we are not writing anything as prefix as int b is equal to 10. Automatically it will consider the value as integer. A decimal value it will consider as float. Anything which we declare as a string will be a string. Like name is equal to Python in this case. Flag is equal to true. True or false will be considered as Boolean, and Python automatically decides the type, which is called as dynamic typing. This is just the summary of what we have seen above, like the data types like integer. So these are all integer types of data. But instead of declaring that as with a prefix, in Python, we will declare it directly with a variable. We would not prefix it with any data type. Python automatically expands the integer size. Now, let's talk about the floating numbers. Floating numbers are decimal values. In Java, you can see how they are declared with the prefix of float and double. 12.5f or 12.5555 as mentioned. In Python, when we have to declare a float, we will directly assign the variable the particular value, and it'll be a double precision by default. We will not prefix it with any float or double. And in Python, Python's float is equal to Java's double. Let's see the character versus string assignment for Java. In Java, when we declare a character, we will prefix it with char and the value, the variable, and the value to that variable. It'll be a single character. Character is single character. String s is equal to hello, where it is mentioned that is a word which we are a string which we are assigning to the variable s. In Python, the declaration is like straightforward to the variable. We do not assign any prefix to the variable. This directly like c is equal to a is mentioned as the character. String is equal to hello. There's no prefix of string to the word hello to the variable s. So Python does not have character. A is just a string of length 1. In Java, we have a prefix of boolean for the variable with a value of true or false. In Python, there is no prefix, and directly we have the value assigned to the variable for a boolean. Now let us talk about the array and the array list declaration in Java. Uh, Arrays are of fixed size and they can store both primitive types like integer double and even the objects. And elements are accessed using the index operator. Array list is a part of Java collection framework, and it is dynamic in size and stores only object. So in Java, when we declare the arrays, we will declare it with the data type, then the variable along with the values in the curly braces. Like in this example, integer nums is given the value 1, 2, 3. And array list, integer list is equal to new array list. So we are adding the values 1, 2, because that add, remove are the method of array list. And the way we add the elements in the array list are by add 1, add 2, etc. In Java, we have something like list, map, set. And if we further bifurcate array list, hash map, and hash set. In Python, we can say the collections like list, dictionary, and set. So this example which we saw of array list, same in Python, we have something as list, same which is same as array list. And to declare it, we'll use a variable like nums we have used in this case and add these values like 1, 2, 3 if you want to add the data. And if you want to add an additional data, we'll use the append method. So the difference between Python list is that it is dynamic, same as how we had array list was dynamic. And in Java array, it is of fixed size. So earlier we had discussed that list, dictionary, and set are three types of data types, but there's one more type of data type in Python, and that is tuple. So this tuple is not in Java, but there's something which is closest to tuple, which is the list of which is introduced in Java 9. How they declare tuple is example the variable name and the elements which are to be added. Python tuples are like list in Java, and the main difference is that the list in Java they are mutable. That is, they can be modified, while tuples are immutable, means they cannot be modified. So you cannot add or remove items to or from a tuple once you have created it. So this is the collection framework hierarchy in Java. List, queue, set, and map are interfaces which are included in the collection framework. If we have to compare this with something in Python, then we have something named as list in Python, which is almost similar like the array list in Java. And now what we are going to see is in Python, there's something which is similar to the hash map. When we talk about map, it is always the key value pairs in Java. Okay, and this hash map is in Java. In Python, we have something similar like the hash map, and it is called as dictionaries. In Java, the Java hash map, which is a key value pair. So when we declare it with the key value pair and the variable name, the hash map, and whatever are the elements inside the hash map, like the name and the object, then the variable name is equal to new hash map. Then the way the data is added is the particular variable name, like student. In student, we are going to add name of that student as John and the age is 20. But in Python dictionary, we will not declare anything related to the dictionary. We'll just directly write the variable name. And if you can see how they've mentioned the elements which are put inside this dictionary, it is directly name John and age 20. So instead of this 3 lines code in Java, in Python it is just 1 line of code. So we have already seen something about list, map. Now let us see something about the set. So set in Java is in the collection framework which does not allow duplicate values. And the way it is declared in Java is we mention the collection type, which is set, the data type, which is integer, the variable name, and new. So if we want to add a hash set or hash table, we'll declare it that ways. And then this variable name values, if we want to add some element to it, like we are adding the integer value here 10 and 20, likewise it is mentioned here. In Python, it's again directly, there's no declaration of the data type, no declaration of the collection name. It is directly mentioned as values as 10, 20, and it takes it by default as set. So let us see how no value is represented both in Java and Python. So if we have to represent no value, which is also called as null in Java, we will mention the data type, the variable name, and the value as null. In Python, instead of null, we use none. And there's no prefixed data type with it. We directly mention the variable name. Both represents no value in Java and Python. Before going ahead, one thing I wanted to cover in this video is related to the methods which we used for our collections in Java. Let's revise them. Before going ahead, remember one thing, that array list is ordered. Set is not ordered. An array list will allow the duplicates and set would not allow duplicates. And because it is ordered, it will have something known as index. And here we would not have the concept of index. Okay, it would not be there. So everything related to the set is in negative. It's not ordered, it's not duplicate, and it does not have an index. Okay, let's proceed. Remember how we had added an element in array list in our above example? So I'm talking about Java yet here. So list, add, and then particular element. So we are adding the particular element. So by clicking on the list dot add the particular element. And how do we remove the element? We can remove the particular element. Can we add a particular element at a particular index? Now because array list is ordered, we can do the process with adding a particular element at an index. How do we do it? Add index and the particular element. And can we remove the particular element at an index? Yes. So we can remove the particular index by removing the first occurrence of the element or the element at an index. So it's the same way how we do add, we can remove it, but here we do not have the check the format how it has been removed. We just mentioned remove index instead of remove index and the particular element. So adding element we have done, adding the element at the particular index we have done. We have removed the element. We have removed the element at the particular index. Can we replace the element at the specific index? Yes, by using the set method. So at that particular index, the element can be replaced. Can we get the element at the particular index? Yes. Retrieves the element by this method, get. Retrieves the element at the given index. So adding the element at the particular index, getting the index like retrieving the element at a given index, setting the index is replacing the element at the specific index, removing the element, removes the first occurrence of an element or the element at an index, and finally size returns the number of elements in the array list. So this is all about array list. Again, let's revise one thing. For set, everything is in not ordered, no duplicates, and does not have an index. How have we mentioned in our above example related to adding of elements? Let's see. So we had used this example for set in Java. So we have the same way of adding the elements in set by using the add method. So add the particular element. We have done the same thing in array list as well. Added the element. How do we remove the element? Remove the element. Removes the specific element. Now notice one thing I have mentioned. It is unordered. It is not having any duplicates. Above all, it does not have anything related to index because it is not ordered. So anywhere in these methods you would not find anything related to the index. So we're not removing the element at a particular index. We can just remove the element. We can also check if a particular element is present into the set. And clear removes all elements. Oh, one thing I forgot is add element. Uh, so we have seen that it does not have any duplicates. So what happens if we have a duplicate element? If we are adding a duplicate element, adds the element if it's not already present, returns true if added. True if added, false if not. That means if a duplicate element was added and it is already present, it will return false. Okay? Because it would not allow any duplicates, it will return false. So we have added the element, we have removed the element, we can check if the particular element is present and we can remove all the elements. This I am parking for this video. So these are the methods of set. Let's compare it with array list. So we have add in set as well, and we have remove. These two are common between array list and set. Now map. Let's see how we had declared map in our example. Here. So we have used a method put. See, we have not used anything as add here in map. So in map, for adding any element, instead of add, we use put. Okay. A speciality about map. Whenever you talk about map in Java, it's always a key value pair. Always a key value pair. And the keys here are always unique. Unique keys. Okay. So by adding put, we use the key a put method, we add or update a key value pair, and keys must be unique. Very important. How do we get the element? By get key. Retrieve the value associated with the key. Here we'll get the value. We are not going to get the key. Like if I've added John 30. So we'll get the age 30 when we get key. Remove the key. Removes the key value pair from a given. So it'll entirely delete the key value. Contains the key. Checks if the map contains the key. Size returns the number of key value pair. So we had this in array list, checking of size. Contains key, so we are checking if the particular element is present. Where we had used the contains method, we had used it in set. Did we use it in? No, we did not use contains in array list. Remove, we have used both in set and as well as in array list. Array list, set and array list. Contains we have used in set. Size we have used in array list. Instead of add, we have used put in map. Get key. Get, where we have used the get method. Yes, we have used this in array list. So most of the methods we have used in array list, like it is almost similar like array list. So we have used the get method, we have used the remove method, but here we only like we are using key and getting the value. So because it is a key value pair. And just to summarize the key differences between array list, set and map. Array list, set and map. One thing very important is index. Array list is indexed. Set is not indexed. Array list is ordered. Set is unordered. Array list allows duplicate. Set does not allow duplicate. Map. It always talks about key value pairs. And it has unique keys, because the reason it has unique keys is so that it can do a lookup fast. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. We'll continue with part 2 with some of more differences between Python and Java. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.